Good evening, everyone. Welcome out to Thompson International Raceway. We're here for round number 2 of the DWRL Street Stock Series. I'm Mukasa Bean Dip alongside Hardtack Corn Puffer and Tungsten Mathers. Here in the booth, we're going to be bringing you all of the action. Tack, Tungsten, what kind of racing are we looking at here at Thompson?
Well, Thompson's an interesting racetrack. It's got two really long straightaways. It's kind of like a big paper clip. So the key is getting off the turns and having as much momentum down the straightaway as you can. You know, the track's a little bit bumpy as well, so you got to be on your toes as far as that goes. Really rough racetrack. I don't think it's been paved in years, so it makes for an interesting challenge.
Alrighty. That's going to be it for the intro. Let's get ready to look at the qualifying order as these drivers take to the track now. You can see them already lining up out there. Your top qualifier on the pole in number 11, representing the Mid-South, that's Barton Williamson. And just to his outside, in the number 44, representing New York, series regular Michael Denton. Back to row number 2, Anthony Guzman, and the number 88, representing the Northwest. And alongside him, the number 6 Falkweiser machine, that's Errol Malloy from Michigan. Back to the third row, you're going to find the 53 from the Mid-South, that's Larry Williamson. And outside of him, the number 98 from California, Layla Wilson. Back a row from there, Philip Johansson, all the way from Sweden, in the number 12, and the 33 of Bob Gage from Georgia. Back a row from there, you're going to find the number 9. That's Billy Shepard from England, and Anthony McColgan, also from England. Starting back there in the 11th spot, the number 99, that's Michi Rossini, also from England. So we've got a lot of Brits back there in the field looking to work their way up. And that is the full starting field on this event.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day here in Connecticut for the race. We got 11 cars in the field tonight. Everyone took qualifying times. Yeah, so we're looking forward. 11's a pretty good size field here. As you'll see, it's a pretty big track as far as short tracks go. It's about 0.6 miles long, 0.6 and a half miles long.
It's a jumbo shrimp track.
Yeah, so you'll see some. It kind of runs like a super speedway almost with these street stocks.
That should be interesting. Definitely a large field here, and I mean, coming off South Boston, where there really wasn't a lot of room to get around the track or get around other cars, this should be a breath of fresh air for the series regulars. Right now, of course, our series regulars, they can see up towards the front. You got Denton up there, Guzman's up there, Malloy is up there, Wilson, Johansson, this is his second race, and Gage. They're all pretty much from the front to the middle of the field there. So they're probably really looking forward to this after the tight spaces in Soho last week.
Yeah, another thing about this racetrack that everyone will enjoy is that there's two distinct lines. There's a low line and a high line here, and both involve diamonding the corners. You know, the low line involves driving it in deep, you know, coming off on the apron, while the high line, you're up there, you're kind of avoiding a lot of the rougher parts of the racetrack when you're on the high line, so it's a good place to keep the car smooth and build some momentum.
Alright, looks like we're about ready to go green, you guys, so strap in tight. Here we go again. Off turn 4, flag man holding down, and there's the green. Racing off into turn 1 here, Thompson International. Right now the number 11, Barton Williamson, plastered down to the pretty much as far inside as you want to go, especially on these cold tires. You can see the 88 Guzman making a move on the 44. That's Denton. This is the battle for second, and into turn 3. Side-by-side racing the first lap. Guzman and Denton side-by-side all the way around the track. You saw these two battle at Lanier earlier this season. Didn't get too much of a chance to do it in South Boston last week.
See Philip Johansson currently in 6th place. Holding off Layla Wilson back there, who's in 7th.
He's battling with the elder of the two Williamsons. That's Larry Williamson in the 53, his first start. Part of a father-son team there, and it's his son Barton leading the race at the moment.
Sorry, they were 5th and 6th. Had to wait for the scoring to catch up there.
It's a little slow sometimes in iRacing.
I'm also a little slow sometimes, so...
It's okay, Hardtack, we understand.
Thank you. It's a bad combination.
2 laps of 50 complete here for Williamson, your leader. Denton sits second, Guzman third, and the elder Williamson back there in fourth. Not sure who you'd like me to call him that. So you got a battle of the Brits going on further back. You saw the 73 as Anthony McColgan. He's doing battle with Michi Rossini. Two Englishmen a bit further down in the field right now. They were battling for 10th.
Yeah, a lot of room on this racetrack. Everyone's pretty strung out right now. Got a lot of room to kind of stretch your legs, so to speak. We're just trying to get in a groove and ride out the first few laps here. No real rush this early in the race.
I think Mukasa has, Tungsten, I should say, Mukasa's me. Tungsten has joined us back in the booth again. Can you hear us?
Yeah, apologies for the technical fault before.
That was a technical visit to the bathroom is what it was.
You caught them.
Alrighty, so looks like the field's starting to string out a little bit, you guys. Is this the part of the race where you want to settle in, or is this the part of the race where you want to turn right going into the wall and, flip over?
I think as the tyres wear down now, people are trying to settle into their groove, get a feel for what the driver ahead is doing, so they can plan a strategy for the next few laps.
Yeah, the way the tire wear works at this racetrack is, you get, your first 3-4 laps are pretty fast. Then you kind of go into conservation mode after that. That's what keeps the tires happy at this racetrack the most, is not overdoing it. You get those tires too hot, and the car doesn't like to stick as well as it does when the tires are nice and happy and good working temperature. As you see, Michi Rossini taking a look at a 27 car there.
I think we saw last week. Excuse me. I think we saw last week what can happen when people are pushing too hard and even early in the race, and you end up with just half the field breaking out. I think everyone's calmed it down a little bit this week.
Yeah, it was definitely a wake-up call for the drivers in this series last week. A couple of huge pileups where drivers were trying to make their way up through traffic, and just not a lot of patience at South Boston. It looks like this week drivers have definitely taken that to heart. As you see, the top three have stretched out quite a bit. We got a bit of a battle going on back there, though. You see Johansson and Williamson have started to get close together. Williamson's slowly been reeling Johansson in, and I think as Johansson's tires warm up, his lap times are going away just a little bit there.
Yep, we got Larry and Barton joining us this week here at Thompson.
Here comes Larry Williamson taking a look on the high side of Johansson, Wilson, and Malloy just kind of lurking back there.
Most of these cars are diamonding the corner. Just driving it in there deep, letting it slide up, and cutting in the middle and coming up on the bottom. It's probably the fastest way around this track.
There's a big old diamond there out of Malloy. He was either experimenting or lost the car because he shot way up the track for a moment. So this battle back here, this is Billy Shepard battling with Michi Rossini. That's the 27 Shepard. Rossini is the 99. They're right in front of Bob Gage there in the 33. Now they are currently battling for the 8th spot. That's 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th on your screen there as they head off into the first corner. They're about half a lap behind the leader here on lap 13.
Yeah, a couple drivers from the England club going at it here.
Bob Gage down in there for good measure.
Looks like Williamson's starting to slow down a little bit. I should say Barton Williamson's slowing it down a little bit. Michael Denton's starting to reel him in here as we approach turn number 3. Denton's down a little bit lower than him on the track. I'm not sure if Williamson is either conserving his car or if it's starting to get a little bit loose on him, because the car really loosens up here, especially on corner exit late in the run. Oh, look at those suspensions work. These drivers are getting a real beating today inside those cars.
So that 44 is definitely getting close to that rear bumper.
It's definitely not a calming sight when you see Mike Denton coming up behind you in one of these races. Is he takes a look to the outside. He might just be running his line there, but it looks awfully aggressive, you know, as they get this close. Uh-oh. Big wreck over there. Looks like turn 3. The leaders were headed right for it. And they make their way through. Not quite sure what happened, but you can see Bob Gage and Anthony Colgan there got a little bit of damage. They were able to get out of the way of the leaders in time, fortunately for us, and a little bit on the track. Otherwise, that could have made things pretty tense there for a moment.
Yellow flag is out. Yeah, a lot of damage to the front end of Bob Gage's car in the 33. Not sure what happened. I saw 33 up high, and then 73 was slow on the backstretch there, so I'll have to take a look at the replay here, figure out what happened.
Yeah, I think we probably had someone pointing that way, so we'll figure it out as Williamson and Denton catch up to the pace car here. The 88 of Anthony Guzman back there in third. He's been awfully quiet tonight, but with this restart with everyone bunched up, he may make his move now. We're decent ways into the race, so drivers have been saving their tires. Might kind of open it up a little bit, but let's see if any put new tires on their cars now.
Yep, seen a lot of patience so far at this track too. This yellow here that'll bunch everybody up, and this is a short track, so.
And here comes Barton Williamson, and for tires, most of the other leaders did stay out, which this will be an interesting strategy call because it looks like it's really difficult to pass here, perhaps more so than South Boston, even though there's more room on the track, and it's a longer track. Those drivers having just extreme difficulty getting around each other with the line you have to run here, as you see the 6 of Malloy also taking tires.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, passing here is difficult, just like it is at Sobo, but definitely for different reasons. I mean, this here is a momentum track, whereas, you know, at Sobo there's not a lot of space to get around.
That's why I see some of the back markers not taking on tyres, because this could be their opportunities. You know, drivers are battling for 8th, 9th and 10th, and now battle for top 5s.
Yeah, it's all about track position. Let's take a look at a replay.
And we're riding with Bob Gage, looks like, as he heads down the backstretch. Whoa, there goes McColvin, and
Yeah, Gage had nowhere to go with that one.
that is never a ride you want to take straight up into the wall. The grass is really slippery here. Had a little rain recently, which didn't really help with that. When you get down in that grass, the car is just going to pretty much hydroplane across it, and you go straight up into the outside wall there. That's all it takes at Thompson.
Yep, just enough. I mean, you know, shot Gage down in the grass, like you said, there's no traction at all on that wet grass, so Gage did everything he could. It's probably one of the faster points on the racetrack too, so it's real hard to get slowed down for that in that kind of situation.
I think McColgan was relatively lucky with damage he took to his car.
Most definitely. He seems to be on the upper end of that one, shall we say. So looks like they pulled the fenders away from the 33 of Gage. He's ready to go. We're ready to go. Cars 2x2, ready to go green. And here we go. Mike Denton on right now, and the 88. Guzman up on the outside. Let's see if Guzman can hang with him this time as we go green again. Big Guzman down into turn number 1. He gets away with second, but not the lead. As you see the 11 Williamson working his way up through. He's trying to pass the 98. It's Wilson. She also took tires. And the 99 Rossini, I do believe, stayed out. I might actually be wrong about that, though.
He did stay out. He got caught up high on that corner after the restart, so he lost a couple of places right off the bat.
He's going to have to fight his way back up here. So we see the leaders doing some battle now. That's the 44, Mike Denton, and the 88, Anthony Guzman down the backstretch. They're being followed by Johansson in the 12, who's been really fast these past couple of weeks, definitely lingering around the top end of the field. You got Billy Shepard back there just behind him. He's doing battle with Larry Williamson. That's the 53.
Shepard is very solid. He's running at the, towards the back of the field early in the race, but his pace may not be right up there with the leaders, but he doesn't seem to be making many mistakes. So as long as he doesn't get punted by someone else, I think he'll get a reasonably good finish in this one.
Yes, he's also one of those drivers who talked about stayed out under the last caution, trying the track position game right now. I don't think very many. Ooh, a little contact there. It's one of the Williamsons into the back of the 27. Yeah, he's one of those guys who's in the back and he's trying to stay out and get some positions here.
Here comes both Williamsons trying to freight train him. Larry up to the outside, a little contact there between Shepard and Larry Williamson. Now Barton trying the inside, trying to get past him. I don't think Larry's quite ready to get past here. You can see the back end hanging out a little bit. Like you guys said, these drivers, for the 53, he did stay out, so he's probably got a pretty loose race car to hold on to there as we see Shepard trying to get control of his vehicle once more again. Rossini spinning out of 4.
Gets it going again. Nice little save there.
Too much power trying to pass on the inside.
Well, it's real easy to do here. There's a little transition down there when you come off the turns on the bottom. You know, you get the left tires on the apron, the car comes really unstable when that happens.
Lucky to avoid a yellow flag though, so we're still racing.
Michael Denton still showing the way here, and that number 12, Johansson, is all over the back of Guzman right now as they head down to turn number 3 here. We're a little bit past halfway now, so the gloves are starting to come off for these drivers, especially the ones who stayed out. As you can see, the number 11, that's Bart Williamson, really starting to reel these guys in here as they head off into turn number 1.
Yeah, it looks like Barton's going to be there in a couple laps. 12 car is the next car ahead of him. Most of the 12 car did not take tires. The first yellow flag there. First green flag run was 18 laps, too. Barton's got about 18 lap fresher tires. It's definitely going to make a difference.
You can see the difference in the way they exited turn 4 there. You see Johansson all over the track and Williamson kind of just nice and smooth out of there. Part of that's throttle control, but a lot of that can be attributed to tires too. This is the battle for third you're watching on your screen right now, across the start-finish line. Down towards turn 1, we're looking back at him now from the 88 of Guzman.
Hanson's just trying to make his car wide now. Keep Barton Williamson behind him. He knows he's got the pace.
Got a little bit low there. Williamson tries the outside.
Oh. Oh, no.
Well, he's going for a ride through the infield. Lead lap cars trying to dodge around here. Williamson and Wilson somehow squeezed through there. You could kind of see that one forming on the horizon there around when they entered turn 3. I was hoping it wouldn't happen, but it definitely did.
So that short track racing we were referring to earlier.
Whoa, Williamson's in a hurry to get down there to the pits. Looks like he almost got to Billy Shepard. He's going to stay out on the track, though, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. Lots of drivers trying to organize themselves under caution here, I suppose.
I don't think he had taken the yellow flag yet, so he's just trying his best to get caught up to the pace car, because he's definitely going to have to pit after that. It's like he definitely got some damage to the right side of the car, and went for a ride through the infield, too, at a pretty high rate of speed. It's like he wants to catch up to the pace car, because they're probably going to have to do a decent amount of work on that machine.
So as he rolls back around here, I think both him and the 12 of Johansson may actually be out of contention for this race. It was a pretty hard hit both of them took, and you can see the damage, as Hartag was talking about there, to the front of that number 11. And I know the 12 car is in probably not much better shape, so we're going to see some pit stops definitely. Going to be curious to see if anybody else comes in to take tires, because there aren't too many laps left in this thing at this point.
See a lot of right front damage in the 12 car there. Looks like the 11 might have turned him nose first into the wall there.
Tough break for both drivers. 1 minute you're battling for third, the next minute you're on pit road, you know, getting the fenders pulled off your tires. But like you said, that's short track racing.
No one else has followed him into the pit lane, so there's definitely a group of drivers in there who are going the full distance on one set or another.
All right, let's take a look at what happened. You can see the 12 just gets loose. He tries to save it. The 11's already there when he comes up the track. I don't think he knew that the 11 had his nose in there. It's really hard to say. One of them racing deals, as they say.
Yeah. This track's really rough too, you know, so it looks like 12 is coming off the corner, might have hit some of those bumps, and he kind of came down the racetrack. I think the 11 might have thought that he was going to give him room up high. It's like some miscommunication there, at least.
That sounds about right to me. Yeah, with the way he kind of pulled out of the throttle there, I think he did, like you said, he expected a little room up there. I don't think he realized to the degree that the 12 was trying to save his car. So as he got up there, there was just really nowhere to go.
Yeah, we could definitely tell from that first angle he was a little bit loose coming off the turn. But from the in-car shot, it didn't really look like that. Everything looked pretty normal from the Williamson car.
Alrighty, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back after this commercial.
Hi Internet, I'm Doucha Foxdale. You might remember me from Words with Friends, the DWRL, or Second Life in general, but today I'm coming to you as the CEO of Foxdale Records. All of us here at Foxdale Records have been working tirelessly to put all of our top hits from Second Life on one CD for you Second Life people who would like to reminisce about the old days. So hey, what about this classic, written by Les White and covered by us here at Foxdale Records? It's a song about our friend, Emma Uwama. Emma, Emma, Emma Uwama, you're standing on my head all day. Emma, Emma, Emma Uwama, come and waste time with me. But of course, a Foxdale compilation album wouldn't be complete without that first song that really put us on the map. That song being Good Luck Keeper. Good luck keeper. And the rest, as the kids say, was history. And also, let us not forget this favorite from the starting grids of DWRL from Rush. Do you remember Zaria Falconer? How could you not? Well, here's a song that Les White wrote about her, and it was covered by us here at Foxdale Records. It's called Honeybee. Honeybee.
Honeybee, you're like a secret in a box. Oh, honeybee, you're like glass walls in a temple. Oh, honeybee, you're like a flash out in the dark. Oh,
Doesn't this trip down memory lane feel so good? Well, it could feel even better because if you call in the next 10 minutes, in addition to all these wonderful tunes, we'll give you a bonus track by Purple Hyena featuring Kibo Monroe on vocals. To order, call the number on your screen or send check or money order for the amount shown plus shipping and handling. Must be 18 years or older to call.
Welcome back, everyone, here at Thompson International Raceway. We cross the Bean Dip here alongside Tungsten Mathers and Hardtack Corn Puffer. Got a couple laps left to go in this thing. We're on 37 of 50. Michael Denton, currently your leader. We're under caution. So to sum up this race so far, there's been some pretty good action towards the front, a lot of tight packs, and myself and Hardtack and Tungsten have been definitely impressed with how long we've had green flag runs going. About to set up for another one. Here's the green flag. There's the green flag. Let's try that one.
Yeah, 44 brought him down pretty slow to that restart.
So far, it seems to be paying off. Right now, it's the 98 moves up into second, or she's trying to get past Anthony Guzman there. Looks like he got a big run coming off of turn number 2.
He'll get good momentum off the outside line as well. Oh, tags the wall. That lets Wilson through.
Now keep in mind that 98 took tires the first caution flag. 88 has not, and the 44 has not either.
And see if those tires pay off for her. She's got to hold off Anthony Guzman now as they head into 3. Guzman tries the inside this time.
He's got to be careful though, because he's got Larry Williamson right up behind him, so he's got to watch his mirrors as well as Wilson's rear bump.
Billy Shepard and Misha Rossini also moving their way up. They're right there behind Williamson. So we may have ourselves a regular old barn burner going on here as the laps wind down at Thompson. We're within 10 laps to go.
Got the 53 taking a look at 3rd place right now. I'm not sure if the 53 took tires. I'm pretty sure he did not take tires the first yellow flag. Correct me if I'm wrong there.
Caught the wall. I think you're right, actually. So he's doing really good on those old tires as Shepard recovers. Rossini just barely missed him. Looked like he had to check up a bit, so he's going to lose some track distance there on that number 27.
98's tires are 18 laps fresher than the leader right now. Should be reeling them in here.
You see Guzman hanging tough, as is Williamson. Both those drivers, as he said, did not take tires, and they're really doing a good job of keeping up with the 98 at the moment. Right now, the 44 Denton is just checked out right now. So right now, twice. That's how far checked out he is.
It looks like the 98's kind of checking out on this battle for 3rd right now.
Yeah, it's really starting to heat up back here as you see the 88 running up on the outside there. Williamson was taking a look at him on the inside. So we head into turn number 1 there. Right around that new strip of pavement. I think that's the only new pavement anywhere near Thompson International is right around the middle of those corners.
Guzman's run a really smart race today. He's been in the top 3, top 4 the entire race. Just hanging in there, doing a good job. Car's nice and clean. 5 to go this time by.
I think he's in defensive mode at this point. I think he knows he's on old tyres. You know, he's not going to be right up there for the lead this time. He's got to hold on to that top 3 if he can.
He's definitely got the fight of his life on his hands here with that number 53. As we go back to the Battle of the Brits, it's 27 Shepard, 99 Rossini going at it here coming out of turn number 4. That's Barton Williamson behind them. I think he may still actually be on the lead lap too, so got some fight going on here.
Like the different lines from Shepard and Rossini. Rossini's trying to go underneath. It looks like he gets a good run, but Shepard maintains good momentum on that outside line. He's managing to hold him off so far.
See now that Barton is 2 laps down.
Ah, okay.
Had a extended stay on pit road after getting in the inside wall there and taking a ride through the infield.
He'll have to see if he can go up there and get a lucky dog if we have another caution, but it's looking like we may not as we're coming up here on lap number 49 of 50 for that 44. That's a Denton. You can see the interval back to Wilson in 2nd and Guzman in 3rd. Williamson seems to have fallen off of Guzman just a little bit as well.
Yeah, it looks like the 88's actually catching the 98 right now.
And here he goes taking a look as they enter turn number 3. She's going to power off the outside as they come down for the white flag. They're putting a lap on, I believe that's Anthony McColgan there in the number 73. He moves on over. Right now it's all Michael Denton out front as he heads down into turn number 3. He could pretty much coast it home from here now that he's back on the gas. Checkers in the air for Michael Denton in the number 44 normal machine from New York. He is your winner today at Thompson International Raceway. Just waiting on the rest of the field to come on by, and we'll see who finished where.
Looks like Layla Wilson held on for 2nd. Anthony Guzman 3rd.
Bumpy time.
One of the Williamsons in 4th. That's Larry in 4th.
And he did a great job in his first start holding on to that top 5. As did Billy Shepard coming home in 5th. His first start here as well.
Yeah, good job for Billy today. Good run for him.
Just some congratulatory bumps there from Guzman to Michael Denton, your winner in the 44. You see 6th place, looks like it's going to come out Michi Rossini. He holds on there behind Billy Shepard. Then Errol Malloy comes home 7th. Anthony McColgan in 8th. Barton Williamson in 9th. Bob Gage comes home 10th. And Philip Johansson finishes out the field in 11th. Just, he didn't quite recover from that accident as well as Barton. It seemed like he had a strong run going early on, and hopefully he has another one next week. Beginning of next week, we got some some more races coming up for you, which I'm going to check out in just a moment here as we watch Denton head back into the pits here. Once again, your finishing order was Denton, Wilson, Guzman, Larry Williamson, Shepard, Rossini, Malloy, McColgan, Barton Williamson, Gage, and Johansson. Now, next week, we're going to be coming to you from the Oxford Plains Raceway. That is going to be quite a race. No outside wall there. Very circular track. Very, very treacherous inside line. It's going to be very hard to pass there, but it's going to be some very exciting action at Oxford Plains. We should have our points up by then, too, so there'll be all kinds of things to talk about next week at Oxford. You two looking forward to that as well?
Yeah, Oxford's a real fun racetrack, and when they talk about stock cars going in circles, you literally go in a circle at Oxford. There's pretty much no straightaways. It's a lot of fun, and it makes for a very unique challenge for these drivers, so I'm looking forward to it.
Especially after coming off the long straightaways here at Thompson, we may see a different driver rise to the top. We've seen quite a few different contenders this season. Denton definitely has been one of them all along, as has Guzman, so those two will be back along with everyone else to do battle on the low banks of the circle track at Oxford. That is pretty much going to be it for us tonight, unless anybody has any final comments.
I think you got it just about covered.
Right on, I finally did something right.
All
Okay,
right.
then be seeing you next week at Oxford Plains. Make sure to check out our website, DWRL.net. That was put together by Errol Malloy. It has all of our stats, all of our points, our schedule. It's a forum. You can also get passwords for all of our races. Come join up. And hey, you can be on YouTube. That'd be kind of cool. So definitely come join us next week for Oxford. That is Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We'll be seeing you then.
We'll see you in Maine.
See you later.